Evelyn Jerome Alexander with Magellan College Counseling, and I'm here with my colleague Chris Savage, and he just joined Magellan about a year ago, and he had been a school counselor. He is a school counselor, and he had been at Birmingham High School, which is in the San Fernando Valley, and he and his family have moved to Colorado, and he is now one of the counselors at Fossil Ridge High School in Fort Collins. So I asked him to come chat with me for a little bit and talk with me about what his path looked like and what really drew him to college counseling. So Chris, thank you for chatting with me today, and tell us a little bit about your story.
My story kind of starts when I was a student myself. When I was in high school, I was an average student. I feel I wasn't a fantastic student. I kind of went to school to play volleyball, and I feel like I really just kind of flew under the radar. I don't ever remember anyone really talking to me about college and kind of the opportunities that are out there. And so I just kind of floated through and kind of default went to community college. And then I transferred to a four-year university. And it was kind of there that I realized that like all the wonderful opportunities that a lot of four-year colleges have. When I was in community college, I was meeting with my counselor. I didn't really know what I wanted to do for a career for my life. And I was meeting with my counselor, and I started talking to her about counseling, like how she liked being a counselor. And she just lit up. Like she got so excited about counseling and got me really excited. And she was like, "You make such a great counselor." And I had experience coaching high school volleyball, so I liked working with high school students. And so that for me, that was like the light bulb moment. That's kind of everything. My high school experience plus my college experience, and then that was the light bulb moment that set me on the path to being a counselor. So I love sharing with students my experience and kind of helping them, making sure that they're aware of the opportunities that I wasn't necessarily aware of. And there's a lot of great ones out there. So I love finding out, I love visiting colleges and learning about colleges and all the wonderful study abroad and the internships and all these wonderful things that they have, and sharing that with my students to make sure that they are aware of those opportunities and can take advantage of them.
And you had an experience in high school that very few students have, which is that you were a Boy Scout and you went all the way to the top with that.
Yeah, I was in scouting growing up. That's just what I did: Cub Scouts, Webelos, and then Boy Scouts. And so yeah, I just kind of went through the ranks and then earned my Eagle Scout badge. So the values of that are things that have definitely stuck with me, just in terms of being honest and working hard and learning new skills and things like that. Have been a part of my life always.
That's great. And you're actually working with at least one Eagle Scout right now, right?
Correct, yeah.
Always nice.
Yeah.
We love our Eagle Scouts. So you started at a community college, and a lot of people ask me if that's a good place to start. Was that a good place for you? And is that sometimes a good place for teenagers to start?
Definitely. It can definitely be a great place for teenagers to start. It was great for me. Thinking back, I guess I wish I would have at least been aware of more options, but it ended up working out great because I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I was able to, take my general ed classes before transferring to a four-year university. It was obviously a lot cheaper. I was able to pay for my entire education out of pocket, just working,
Wow.
Working on the side. So there's definitely a lot of advantages to that. Also, when I was in community college, I got to take a lot of different classes, and one of the classes I took was psychology, just Psych 1, and that really piqued my interest. And as a result of that, I took Psych 2 and then ended up majoring in psychology because of that initial class that I took. So it's a great kind of training ground or whatever, I don't know, but a place, launchpad, yeah, to kind of try out different things and find something that sticks and then kind of running with it. And I tell that to a lot of students. I talk to a lot of students about that because a lot of students don't know what they want to do. But college, and you can do it at a four-year university as well, but just kind of taking different classes, being open to trying new things to where
Yeah.
You know, you just see what sticks until something resonates, and then, you know, just running with it.
Yeah, and it's okay. I feel like parents and students sometimes feel really pressured into knowing what do you want to study when you start college, and it's totally fine if you don't know.
Yeah, yeah, you definitely can find out in college for sure.
Just poke around until you find something, like you said, something that sticks.
Yeah.
So, so what do you love about what we do? What's your favorite part?
My favorite part is seeing students' eyes open to the like I said, it sounds cliche now, but just the incredible opportunities that college offers. So many students that I work with, they know the local colleges, and they know the, you know, the highly respected reputation, the schools with the big reputations, Harvard, Princeton, Yale, Stanford, but they don't know everything else in between. And there are so many wonderful schools that are out there. And so I love sharing those opportunities with kids, letting them see just these great schools that are all over the country, all over the world, really, and just kind of opening their eyes to that.
That is definitely fun when they're willing to look. Sometimes it takes a little convincing to get them to look.
Yeah.
But that's when you get really good results.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a favorite type of student to work with?
I think all students. I like working with all students because that's one of the things that I enjoy most about counseling. Yep. Is just getting to know each student, because they're so unique and they all have different backgrounds and they have different goals and dreams and stuff like that. I love hearing, you know, what their plans are, and some of them want to be a very specific type of doctor, and there's a story behind that, and I love that. So, but every student's unique, so I love learning about just kind of their different backgrounds and the different paths that they're on. You know, whether it's, you know, law school, or they want to become a dentist, or whatever it is, just their uniqueness. I just love learning about their uniqueness and helping them achieve that.
Yep. Yep. What's the difference between what you do as a school counselor and what you do as an independent counselor?
I guess the first difference that comes to mind is just the amount of focus that I get to spend with an individual student. At the school, I have a caseload, and I meet with all my students, and I, you know, do the best that I can, and I think I do a good job. But doing the individual counseling and private counseling, I'm able to really focus and spend a lot more time with an individual student. I get to know them better, help them a lot more than I would, you know, on a large scale like I do at the school.
Sounds great. Well, we love having you as part of our team, and it's actually really useful to have a school counselor on team, because we, you know, have a little insight into how things work on the other side. So that's a really great contribution that you make. So I thank you for that. And thank you for chatting with me today. And hope if you're watching, I hope this has helped you get to know Chris Savage just a little bit better.